Today we're taking a look at these MLB matches, which are happening on Tuesday, May 31st, 2022, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 500 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting picks that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Going back to our video, we will give you 2 betting picks for each game, a team pick and a total pick based on facts and detailed explanation. So make sure to watch our videos till the end so you don't miss any of our picks. Cleveland Guardians vs Kansas City Royals. Cleveland Guardians for the win. And here is why. Daniel Lynch is on the hill for his 9th start of the season for the Royals in this contest. He comes in 2-3 with a 3.92 ERA, a 1.41 WHIP, 17 walks and 37 strikeouts over 39 innings of work this season. Lynch didn't factor in the decision in his last outing, which came against the Twins on the road Thursday. He threw 5.1 innings, allowing 2 runs on 7 hits with 2 walks and 6 strikeouts in an eventual 3-2 Royals victory. In his last 3 starts, Lynch is 0-1 with a 3.77 ERA, a 1.60 WHIP, 8 walks and 12 strikeouts over 14.1 innings of work. Lynch makes his 4th career start against the Guardians in this contest. He comes in 0-1 with a 7.24 ERA, a 1.756 WHIP, 9 walks and 10 strikeouts over 13.2 innings of work against them. Lynch took the loss in his lone career start at Progressive Field, which came on September 21, 2021. He threw 6 innings, allowing 4 runs on 4 hits with 3 walks and 5 strikeouts in a 4-1 Royals defeat. The Guardians hand to the ball to Cal Quantrill for his 9th start of the season here. He comes into this contest 1-3 on the year with a 3.42 ERA, a 1.225 WHIP, 19 walks and 28 strikeouts over 47.1 innings of work. Quantrill took a tough loss in his last start, which came Wednesday on the road against the Astros. He threw 6 innings, allowing 2 runs on 6 hits with 4 walks and 3 strikeouts in a 2-1 Guardians loss. In his last 3 starts, Quantrill is 0-2 with a 3.26 ERA, a 1.24 WHIP, 4 walks and 11 strikeouts over 19.1 innings of work. Quantrill takes the mound for the 8th time in his career against the Royals and makes his 5th start against them. He comes in 4-0 with a 2.83 ERA, a 1.151 WHIP, 5 walks and 18 strikeouts over 28.2 innings of work against them in those outings. Quantrill is 5-0 with a 2.51 ERA, a 1.096 WHIP, 31 walks and 88 strikeouts over 111.1 innings of work in 28 career appearances, 18 starts, at Progressive Field. We're looking at a pair of teams that have failed to meet expectations in the first 2 months of the season. The Royals have a lot of young talent to work with, but their pitching has yet to really answer the bell. When Lynch has pitched well, runs have been at a premium for Kansas City, as evidenced by his last start. The Royals are a tough team to have faith in, especially going on the road here. Quantrill, for all his issues in putting wins in the books this season, has owned the Royals in his work against them in his career. He's also unbeaten in his career at Progressive Field. Those factors, along with Kansas City's inconsistency at the plate, gives the upper hand to the Guardians in this contest. Our total pick is under the total, and here is why. Neither of these clubs has been eye-popping from the dish to open the first 2 months of the season. With that said, Daniel Lynch and Cal Quantrill are not exactly aces, but both of them should have the upper hand respectively in this game. Daniel Lynch struggled against the Twins 2 starts ago, but put together a nice bounce back the following week. I cannot see the Guardians putting up a huge number of the lefty, and he should be able to navigate at least 5 innings giving up 3 or fewer runs. That should keep the number lower than the projected total. The total number has gone under in 4 of Cleveland's last 5 home games and 5 of their last 7 games facing American League Central clubs. San Francisco Giants vs Philadelphia Phillies. Our T-pick is San Francisco Giants for the win. And here is why. San Francisco avoided being swept on the road by Cincinnati as they rallied to get the win in the series finale Sunday afternoon. The Giants entered Monday 3rd in the NL West race, 7.5 games behind the Dodgers for the top spot in the division. Against Cincinnati, San Francisco trailed 2-0 after 7 innings before scoring 6 times in the 8th to take the lead for good. Thairo Estrada, run, was the lone player with 2 hits for the Giants in the contest, while Evan Longoria clobbered his 4th homer of the season in the victory. Alex Cobb turned in a quality start, throwing 6 innings, allowing 2 runs on 4 hits with 3 walks and 8 strikeouts, but didn't factor in the decision. John Brebbia, 3-0, earned the win with a scoreless 7th inning, allowing 1 hit with no walks or strikeouts. Ranger Suarez is on the mound to make his 10th start of the season for the Phillies in this contest. He comes in 4-3 with a 4.74 ERA, a 1.534 WHIP, 19 walks and 37 strikeouts over 43.2 innings of work this season. Suarez took the loss in his last start, which came Wednesday on the road against Atlanta. He threw 4.1 innings, allowing 5 runs on 6 hits with 4 walks and 4 strikeouts in a game the Phillies lost 8-4. In his last 3 starts, Suarez is 1-2 with a 6.91 ERA, a 1.60 WHIP, 7 walks and 15 strikeouts over 14.1 innings of work. Suarez makes his 5th career appearance and first start against the Giants in this contest. He has a 1-0 record, a 1.17 ERA, a 0.913 WHIP, 1 walk and 6 strikeouts over 7.2 innings of work. Suarez is 11-4 with 3 saves, a 2.86 ERA, a 1.245 WHIP, 36 walks and 107 strikeouts over 105.2 innings in 47 career appearances, 15 starts, at Citizens Bank Park. Both teams have failed to live up to expectations to this point of the season. The Giants are still on the plus side of the .500 mark, which is more than can be said for the Phillies. Philadelphia has dropped 5 of their last 6 games entering Monday. Suarez was terrific last season as a high-leverage reliever as he utilized his repertoire of pitches to strike out 107 hitters in 106 innings while posting a 1.36 ERA. He can't be that dominant as a starter, which is something that most short relievers have to adjust to when they convert into a starting role. His K9 rate has dropped to 7.6, while his walk rate, 3.9, and KBB rate, 1.95, have trended in the wrong direction as well. San Francisco, for all their ups and downs, are a team that can grind at-bats and run up pitch counts. That doesn't bode well for a Phillies team that has had problems with the bullpen. Give the upper hand to the Giants as Junis turns in another solid performance. Our total pick is over 9, and here is why. San Francisco 1B Brandon Belt, knee, will need a few more days before returning from the 10-day injured list. Through 47 games, San Francisco ranks 4th in ops and 5th in runs scored. For the season, Philadelphia ranks 10th in ops and 9th in runs scored. Baltimore Orioles vs Seattle Mariners. Our team pick is Seattle for the win. And here is why. Seattle got off to a great start this season, going 11-6 through its first 17 games. The Mariners proceeded to lose 10 of their next 11 games and have never fully recovered. They dropped all 4 games of a series at Boston and then lost 2 out of 3 against Oakland early last week, but they bounced back with a series win against Houston over the weekend. The Mariners picked up wins in the first 2 games of the series before dropping a 2-1 decision on Sunday. They are now hitting the road for a 9-game trip that also features stops in Texas and Houston. Seattle is 4th in the AL Central, trailing Houston by 10 games. Baltimore was expected to be one of the worst teams in baseball this season, so its 6-14 start to the season was not particularly surprising. The Orioles were able to get within 4 games of the .500 mark in the middle of May, but they proceeded to lose their next 6 games. Their topsy-turvy season continued with 4 wins over their next 5 games, which came against the power hitters, Rays, Yankees, and the American League East. Baltimore played 5 games in Boston over the weekend, wrapping up with a game on Memorial Day, but this story was published prior to that contest. It's nearly impossible to back Baltimore in this game without knowing who its starting pitcher is going to be. The Orioles have 4 starting pitchers on the injured list, so they will likely use a mix of bullpen arms or call someone up from their farm system. They are having to play a game on Monday night, which makes this a rough scheduling spot. Seattle comes into this series with a day of rest under its belt, along with some momentum after winning a series against Houston. The Mariners are likely going to have the better pitcher to go along with the scheduling advantage, so they are my pick to win this game. Our total pick is over, and here is why. Baltimore has been atrocious from the mound through the first 2 months. Taking into consideration that they play in a batter-friendly park, they have allowed the 3rd most home runs this year and sit bottom 10 in staff ERA and WHIP. They will go with a bullpen arm to start this game, and although I picked Baltimore to win, this will be a high-scoring affair at Camden Yards. I fully expect both teams to put up at least 4 or 5 runs considering the starters on the hill here. The total number has gone over in 6 of Seattle's last 9 games overall. They have allowed the most home runs this year, and Camden Yards is a good park for both clubs to go wild on Tuesday night. Disclaimer, no financial advice. The information on this channel is provided for education and informational purposes only, without any express or implied warranty of any kind, including warranties of accuracy, completeness, or fitness for any particular purpose. The information contained in or provided from or through this channel is not intended to be and does not constitute financial advice, investment advice, trading advice, or any other advice. The information on this channel and provided from or through this channel is general in nature and is not specific to you, the user, or anyone else. You should not make any decision, financial, investment, trading, or otherwise, based on any of the information presented on this channel without undertaking independent due diligence and consultation with a professional broker or financial advisory.